For today's grim adventure, we find ourselves once again in Chicago, where back in 1964, a funeral director opened up a funeral home in a town known as Palatine. Now here's the thing, the funeral home is just like every other funeral home that's out there, except for one thing. In the basement, there's something so strange, so unusual, so macabre, so fun, that we just had to visit it. And that is a mini golf.
Like a golf course?
Oh yeah.
Who says funeral directors don't have a sense of humor?
The place is known as Allgrim Funeral Home, and the golf course is called Allgrim Acres. And I think that's a perfect fit for us. All Grim. Grim Life Collective. Now we're going to take the cameras down into the basement of this funeral home, and we are going to play a round of mini golf. Well, you're going to play. I'm going to film. I guess you can say that this is taking the terminology play dead to a whole new level. And oh yeah, they also call this place the Fairway to Heaven.
Wherever I come, bad luck just comes my way. Wherever I go, hard luck is there to stay. Good luck never stays a day. Bad luck's always coming my way.
Before you go, you might have noticed I put something on top of Michael's shoulder, and this is going to be a little bit of grim homework for you guys. When was the last time you saw me find cicada shells in a cemetery? This little guy right here. Thank you. They look just like that. You want to go find some more? Here's one.
So they're stuck to the walls of the mausoleum?
They have little tiny claws, I guess you would call them, that when they climb out of the dirt, they're essentially babies and they molt. So when they look like this, they don't have their wings. And when they crawl out, then they have their wings. And you see that's their little face right there. And it's split on the top. And that is called a molting process. Do you know what else does that besides these bugs and similar bugs? Crabs.
Crabs?
Crabs, yeah. It's really cool. Spiders do it. Bugs do it. Crabs do it. Oh, dropped one. That's okay, it's not alive.
All right, you ready to go play dead?
Yes.
Now here's the thing about this place. They love visitors. By all means, come here and play around in mini golf underneath the funeral home. But there are some rules. They are very strict about not opening the mini golf course when funerals are happening. And we're going to get down there in just a moment, but we wanted to show like a quick little walkthrough up here. And you have to apologize, I'm going to be talking quite a bit because there is music playing. But they have a couple different chapels here. And at the back of it all is the staircase that goes downstairs. Man. It's pretty, right? So this looks like it is the main chapel down here. And then the door is off to the left. That is where we're gonna go, to the stairs that go down to the basement, to the Fairway to Heaven.
It really is so lovely here that had I not already known that this was a funeral home, I would have thought that they do weddings here. It's beautiful and peaceful, but I can't wait to get down the stairs and see what this mini golf course is like.
I can honestly say I don't think anything like this exists anywhere else in the world aside from here in Chicago. This might be the only one.
Wait until you see this.
Oh wow. This is definitely a lot bigger than what we were picturing. I mean, we saw pictures online and we saw video. This is nuts. This is crazy. It's beautiful. I just think just driving down the street, unless you knew that this was here, you wouldn't have no clue. There's a coffin here. I mean, it makes sense. It's a mini golf course. A little putt-putt area underneath a funeral home. Look at this. Algrim's Ghostbusters.
Oh wow. This is so much bigger than I thought it was going to be, but I had no idea too that they had a full arcade down here. There's shuffleboard, there's pool, there's arcade games. There's even ping pong.
And the best part, it's all free. You just gotta kind of make an appointment when there's no funerals happening. Now you have to remember that this mini golf course is in the basement of a funeral home. So of course, it's gonna have a sense of the macabre, which I think is kind of cool because if you ever played mini golf or putt-putt, it always has like a theme. There's windmills and structures and maybe Humpty Dumpty. I remember playing putt-putt with Humpty Dumpty. This one here, there's tombstones, there's skulls, there's coffins. Windmills, of course, but definitely a sense of the macabre. Now, baby goal, I would love to sit here and play arcade games all day long, but we have some putt-putt to play. So you gotta set it down. We'll come back to it. We'll talk a little bit more about the history and everything, but we really gotta show the course. That's the real showcase to this place. While Jessica's getting ready, let me go ahead and say this. Whether or not I'm good at putt-putt, we will never know because she's gonna be the one playing and I'm gonna be the one filming, and trust me, there's plenty to see. Now, baby goal, before we start our game, we have to talk a little bit about the history of this place. You see, back in the day, whenever Mr. Algrim decided to build his mini golf course in the basement of his funeral home, he incorporated some of his own personal items. The first one being a skull. Not a real skull, his practice skull from mortuary school. It is here in the middle of hole number 1 in the sand trap. And before Jessica hits the first ball, let's go down here and take a look at it. They have it here on display. His eyes light up. That is neat. That is unique. And of course, if we peer around the skull, you can see down here at the hole it says dead end. All right, baby, give it your best. Oh man, I have complete confidence in you. I think you got this.
This is harder than it looks.
Right? Especially when you're on camera. Oh.
It's a good thing we're not keeping score.
You know, I think you're doing a lot better than me. There you go, there you go. Before we go on, there's one more thing, one little tidbit of information I just thought of. Whenever they bury you in a cemetery, they put you 6 feet under. If I'm not mistaken, this mini golf course is 20 feet underground. And let's not forget, underneath the funeral home. All right, onward we go. Hole number 2 looks like it's a homemade coffin. It even has some pallbearer holders. So your ball came out down here, baby goal, and it looks like it's in the corner. Yeah, I see it.
Make no mistake, this is a fully functioning mini golf course, complete with moving parts like the hole I'm on right now. I'm about to try to get this up a drawbridge that's moving. But let's go see some more of the artistic pieces.
The obstacle here on hole number 3 is a drawbridge where the gate is an actual working guillotine. That's what you have to get that ball through. Here we are at hole number 4, where they have a contraption that is filled with a bunch of holes like grave plots. There are little tombstones inside this machine that's being lit up. There you go. And you have to get the ball in one of the plots. Here's a closer look at all the different tombstones. Some of them are lit up. The one right down there in the center has a question mark on it, and some of them have like some epitaphs. Then the ones up here at the very top, this is like a twisted, very spooky pinball machine. Dracula, see you tonight, time's up. Pillsbury Doughboy, I will rise again, Tomb Sweet Tomb. This is the spiders. I honestly don't know what is creepier, baby goal. The fact that this is a mini golf course in the basement of a funeral home, or that we are down here by ourselves. All right, hole number 5, giant windmill. I don't know about you guys, but the windmill ones are, whoa, you got it on the first try. I was gonna say the windmill ones are always the ones that gave me the hardest trouble. But you got it. Before you line up the next shot, take a look at who's hanging out with us over here to the right. Looks like somebody's hanging out still trying to get that hole in one. And every mini golf course has to have a creepy dollhouse. Enter if you dare, and if you look in the windows, you can see there's some skeletons watching you play, laughing at you, mocking you even. You know what? I think the more we play, the further we get into the course, the darker and creepier it gets. I mean, over here in the corner, the darkest corner, they have a Grim Reaper, and then right down here in the corner itself, it says the Algrim Cryptorium, a little cemetery down here. Oh man. You got this? You gonna try to hit it? Oh, there you go. Now, there are special rules to the... Did you hear that? The whoo. There are special rules to this hole. And for this, we have Jessica.
Again, like a regular golf course or mini golf course, there are holes here where you can take the chicken route and take this nice easy slope to get around an obstacle, but this one so far is the only one with special rules. And they say you get a 1-stroke penalty for entering the cemetery, which is right here. You get a 2-stroke penalty for disturbing a grave. This is actually a really cool detail for this course. The 1-part penalty would have been if your ball came down through here or out this little place here. And the 2-part penalty is that there's holes here. If your ball landed in one of these, you were disturbing a grave. I really love this one. It might be my favorite, but luckily for me, my ball landed down here.
Now let's have a closer look at this cemetery. Talk about a nice little diorama. The different tombstones, the plots like Jessica was just pointing out. And it says Algrim Cryptorium up here on the wall. And I want to get a little closer look because right here on the wall itself, like little tombs, let me get a little closer. There's names, actual names. And if I remember correctly, these are people that actually worked here at the funeral home in the past. I don't know if they're living or if they're dead, but they are people. Real people. Oh man, that's fun. That's very, very unique. Looks like hole number 8 is just a lighthouse. Or maybe that's also where you get to see the mummy in the coffin. But hole number 9 has to be the one that we saw when we first came in here, which was a giant wooden coffin. Man, it's beautiful. I'm not gonna lie, I wanna get inside and play. It all comes back to the coffin. Hey, there you go. You're a lot better than you said you were. Where'd it go?
I don't know.
The dead took your ball. It disappeared into the afterlife. It's a ghost ball now. I have to ask your thoughts on this place.
This is amazing. I would never in my dizziest daydreams think that there could be something like this beneath a funeral parlor. Can I go play more games?
Oh yeah.
Pinball.
While Jessica spends the rest of our time here playing the free play pinball machines and arcade games, I figure we'll take a walk around the opposite side of the room so you guys can get a more complete view of this place. And man, is it really jam-packed. But in a good way. Now, in my lifetime, I have played blacklight golf. I played monster mini golf. There's a KISS mini golf in Las Vegas. I played fairy tale golf, just regular putt-putt mini golf. Oh, haunted mini golf in Universal Orlando. But never, until now, did I ever play mini golf in the basement of a funeral home. The Fairway to Heaven. This is cool. This is really cool. And with that being said, thank you for joining us on another grim adventure, this time to a place known as Algrim Acres, 20 feet below the surface in the basement of a funeral home where you can play mini golf with the dead, putt-putt with the dead. The Fairway to Heaven, Algrim Acres. Until next time, happy Halloween. Boo.
Wherever I come, bad luck just comes my way. Wherever I go, hard luck is there to stay. Good luck never stays a day. Bad luck's always coming my way.